Seems kind of odd to me. I'm sitting in the bleachers at a high school track in springtime, and it's empty here. There's no crowds cheering. There's no people really running, competing. There's some people running for exercise and walking around, but not competitively. It's just odd. You know, for an athlete to get really good, they got to work hard. You might even say that they sacrifice because they give up time that they could be still spending doing other things. They give up some of the things that they want to eat so they can put the right nutrients in their body. And you know, it's truly a sacrifice if you want to be a great athlete. The stories of Larry Legend shooting free throws after practice, Michael Jordan, the work that he put in, of course Kobe Bryant, the work that he put in, and he was there before everybody else practicing, and he was usually the last one off practice court because he was willing to outwork him and sacrifice so that he could be great at something. See, sacrifice, it means it's going to cost something. David found this truth and understood it as well. All the way back in 1 Chronicles 21, he was in a situation where he had sinned against God, and because of this sin, a great plague came through the land, and he was in a position where he had to do something about it. The prophet Gad came and talked to him and said, there's a man down here, and his name's Ornan, and if you go to him, you can go there, and you can build a place to sacrifice to the Lord, an altar, and when you do that, God will be appeased. And so he gets there, and Ornan, being that the king has come to him, he offers him and said, hey, you can have everything, you know. I'll give you the land, I'll give you the oxen, I'll give you the wood, and you can do your sacrifice. But David turned to him and said, no, that's not what I want right now. Matter of fact, what he said in verse 24 is, but King David said to Ornan, no, but I will surely buy it for the full price. I will not take what is yours for the Lord, or offer a burnt offering which costs me nothing. See, David recognized that when we sin against God, there has to be a sacrifice. And the good news for us is that when we move to the New Testament, Jesus Christ becomes that sacrifice for us. And he takes on our sin for us. Matter of fact, in Romans 12:1, it says, therefore I urge you, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice, acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. You know, our time of service actually becomes a time of worship. But it's got to be a sacrifice. We have to be willing to put aside the things that we want, to deny ourselves, to take up our cross and follow him. We have to deny the things that we want, how we want to spend our time, how we want to spend our money. And we need to put the priorities of Jesus first. And when we do those things, we begin to store up treasures in heaven. But understand, when we do what God calls us to do in this world, it is going to be a sacrifice. It's going to cost us something. But the really great story on the backside of that is that the rewards of that sacrifice are much greater than the sacrifices that we gave up anyway. I hope you're encouraged, and I hope you're willing to sacrifice. Because Jesus said that we have to deny ourselves, take up our cross, and follow him. That's a sacrifice. Have a good day, and God bless.